Yes. Okay, the girls are back. The girls are back. The girls are back for Ooh Ladies First Panel. Okay, it's your girl Bondy Blue. Okay, sorry for the delay, folks. Okay, but we are here. Okay, get your snacks. Make sure you like the video on the way in. Don't forget to follow all the ladies where we reside. Okay, up on the screen at Bondy Blue, at Jami ThatsMe, at Necey Dixon, and follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Ooh Two O's Ooh Ladies First. Okay, and if you have any inquiries about the Ooh Ladies First panel, make sure y'all hit up our email. Ooh Ladies First Panel at gmail.com. Are we ready?
Ready.
Okay, we're ready.
Yes. So what's up,
Hi.
everybody? What's going on?
Hey.
What's going on?
What's up? 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 What's up?
Okay, so like I'm super duper excited because y'all know we're back. This is season 4 of the Ooh Ladies First Panel, episode 2. Get into, okay? And I missed y'all. Even though we've been back last week, it still feels
For
like
sure.
you know. So I wasn't even going to do Mary Fuck Kill. I wasn't. And then I was scrolling through Instagram and saw some things that made me want to kick it old school for a sec. So just to ice break, let's get into Mary Fuck Kill. Okay, so I was on Instagram, and one of the old school culture pages that I follow went ahead and posted this from a calendar from 1997. We have here from the right all the way to the left, we have Blair Underwood. Okay, we have Shamar Moore, and then we have Michael Beach. Okay, fucked the family, if you remember. Okay, fuck Terry's cousin. The family fuck my husband. Okay, so yes, these are your Mary Fuck Kill options, ladies. So based on what you are seeing here, Necey, because I know you don't know these people.
No, I know who Shamar Moore was.
Okay.
But the other two, I didn't know who they was. I know who Blair Underwood is, but he don't look like the Blair Underwood that I am familiar with.
Child, if y'all would have seen the rest of the pictures, I should have put the rest of the pictures up here too that they had in this thread from this shoot because they was matter of fact, let me go ahead and put it up on my Instagram because it was giving real nice, rich late 90s, which gave like, the hair textures, the mustaches, the colors. You know what I'm saying? Like it was always giving. Okay, hold up. First of all, I hate how when you I hate when you look at Shamar Moore now, you just have thoughts. You just have thoughts. Hold up. Okay. I don't know. What are your thoughts?
Oh, wow. Good morning, Shamar. I know it's night, but good morning. Like,
yes. Like, I mean, he could have got it.
Who's that guy?
He really was.
I think Shamar is too pretty for me.
I feel like the lesbian
and somebody
that and me could take it.
somebody gonna take it and say that has to do with him being light and bright. It has nothing to do with him being light and bright. I like him light and bright, dark and whatever, but he's too cute. Like I don't know. It's something about how the facial hair is just so like
perfect.
Even I don't like that.
Boom, Blair Underwood.
That's more me.
Blair looks good.
Girl,
I never saw this picture of Blair.
Girl, when I saw this, I was like, oh yeah, this gonna be.
I feel like I like the older version of Blair.
Oh, like, okay.
I mean, he does still look really good.
I've never seen this photo though. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'm thinking about young Blair, and I'm like, I like the seasoned version of him. Like, yes, but this right here, ma'am, you can get fucked for sure. When it comes to Shamar, I'm probably gonna marry Shamar because I just feel like he's gonna give me everything that I need. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to kill, it probably would be you, sir, based on what you did to Miss Angela Bassett and Wednesday is Hill.
Oh, what did you say this man's name was? Michael Beach.
Yeah, Michael Beach. He was the bad guy in Waiting to Exhale and on So Good.
Okay,
but don't he favor Michael B?
Faces.
Michael B. Jordan, a little yeah, like young. Yeah, especially when you think about like back when Michael B. Jordan had the braids. Yeah, I could definitely see it. He still he looks really good too at this age. Him.
He does. He does.
Yeah, he was on Black Love, and I was like, oh.
Was he? Was that from this weekend show?
No, like the previous season, him and his wife.
Okay.
But I heard there's some weird shit going on there too. So there's always some weird shit with the couples on Black Love. But either way,
yes.
Jami gave us your marry, fuck, kill, right? You did all of them?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You said fucked. Oh, who'd you say you was marrying, Jami?
Shamar, and I'm gonna smash Blair, and I'm unfortunately gonna kill Michael.
Okay. I'm gonna marry Michael. I'm gonna smash Blair, and I'm gonna kill Shamar.
Okay.
I'm going to marry Blair, smash Shamar, and unfortunately kill Michael. Sorry.
Dang, Michael got to die twice.
It's upsetting. Okay, with that.
So who is this on this? Who is this on this calendar? Because those aren't the three that we just judged, right? This first dude on the left. Who's the first dude on the left? Who is that?
That's Michael Beach.
That's Michael.
That don't even look like him. Like, he's unrecognizable in this picture, but when you showed the other picture, I was like, oh, I know that man.
Yeah. Look the same to me, around. Okay.
Damn, there was so behind me.
You know what I'm saying? I just feel like the 90s had like this very nice sheen to it. You know what I'm saying? It just
the men hit different a bit,
a lot of loose flags. A lot of loose flags, with pleating in the right places. But you know what though? It reminds me of like watching Living Single, and like, Kyle used to be dressed to the motherfucking nines, and it used to be some of the most fly shit. Like, personally, that type of style in the 90s, like, I love to see that. Like, I love that.
Absolutely.
So, listen, we're gonna do it. I sure do, girl. So, because I didn't feel like talking about Ready to Love again, because I don't care, but I wanted to bring in a new, a show we don't normally talk about, but it's a subject matter that I feel like we can get into. So let's go ahead and do some TV talk before we get into the gossip. All right. All right. Hey, Scotty. Okay, you in the comments.
What's up, Scotty? What's going on, boo?
Okay.
What's up? Period. Fan is hell.
Listen, okay, no lies told. No lies told. No, over saying like could have really got it, especially because like I feel like if you pay attention to him when they wasn't acting, his energy was just mad, I don't know, like, yeah, it was.
I feel like they put that in his character a few times, like, where he kind of showed off his swag or whatever.
Yeah.
Just not a lot, but a few times.
Yeah,
so he definitely could have got it
to like the end. I remember.
Yep.
Yeah. Ooh, girl. Sorry. Anyway, so yes, Love and Hip Hop, girl. Now listen.
Let's talk.
I didn't care. I didn't care. But this situation with Kendra and Jock.
Look, I just watched the show yesterday. I was like, or earlier this week, I think so. That's a mess. That's messy as hell. Keep going. I'm listening.
So, Necey, in case you don't know, girl, let me go ahead and read some things to you. Okay?
Yeah, I was about to say, please do that. Because I watched the beginning of the episode, but not the whole thing.
Okay. So there is a woman on this season named Meta that is friends with Spice that says she's been in a relationship on and off with Jock since 2008.
Yep.
Okay. Which would basically cover all of that time period. My question watching this episode, seeing Kendra freak out in her wet wig about getting married to him because she's tired of waiting. And I'm like, for what? Like, and I understand that that's only because I'm married. I can have the foresight of feeling like, why are you rushing into a marriage with somebody that you can't trust when you're this stressed out. Like you're stressed out. It shouldn't even be this tough. Like it's too tough. But my question is, why is Kendra desperate to marry Jock knowing he's a hoe? And then I heard that there's more coming up in the season with Jock having an outside child, another child.
Just
another.
Because I'm like, what damn difference will it make at this point?
I know it don't. Yeah, it don't make no damn difference at all. And then they had Grandma Jaws, Cena. Grandma Jaws is on there mad, and I'm like, Grandma Jaws, why are you still upset behind Jock? Oh, because Kendra DM'd me about my babies being in their wedding, and I'm mad. But you was watching this shit on TV like everybody else. You know, Kendra and Jock got engaged. So what are you talking about?
Bondy, you just called this woman Grandma Jaws.
Have you not seen her face? That's what I've been calling.
Oh
Cena.
my Lord, bro. Oh my God.
People who know since like back in the day, like when Cena was on there the first time, I used to always call her Grandma Jaws. Because her jaws just, they kind of hang a little.
They juicy.
Yeah. Little Grandma Jaws. But yeah, I
feel like not Kima. That's her name, Kima. The one, the baby mama with the twins.
No, that's Cena.
Cena, my bad. Cena. I felt like Cena was being petty a bit to me because it's like you already know that the man getting married a bit. So I was kind of like, girl, I mean, you can still let them kids be apart. I mean, granted, I do understand her feeling like you could have came to me and told me. I do understand that because it is about respect. And you know that you haven't bridged the gap between me and your new wife that's about to be the stepmother to my kids. So you could have at least had a conversation with me. And that be Jock's problem that I don't understand. When it comes to the ladies, he likes to go around and like avoid conversations. But then when it comes to his son and his issues, you want to be head on and you want to be direct and talk about that. But your issues keep coming up. That's what I don't understand about men. Like, the more y'all run from situations and having conversations about it, the more the shit shows up. And now you got somebody else that's on your ass. And the way this lady has come on the show, Meta, and she being so vocal about the fact that she been messing with you since 08, 09, 2010, 11, 12. And it makes me feel like y'all have literally messed around since the pandemic. Since the time that you've been engaged, and now she out here on your ass. And it's a tough spot for Sierra to be in because it's like you would want to tell her because you would probably want to know, but then because she don't know her like that, she don't know how to read the situation. So I'm kind of like, tell her, but then if she get mad, it's kind of like, damn, I don't want her to get mad, but it's like, if she get mad, then she let her get mad. You just trying to help her out with that.
Don't tell her a motherfucking thing.
Don't tell her nothing. You think she just gonna hang on? That's what she been doing? You think she knew?
You don't know who Jock is?
Ooh.
To me, I feel like Jock is not the type of person that can be monogamous. What are we even talking about? I really wish people would stop acting like call a thing a thing. He a hoe for a reason. Like the lady said, if she with him, she know he has an appetite. Meaning the nigga probably got some type of sex addiction.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Appetite.
Like, think about how many children he has. And then for him to be fucking with Meta, I believe it. Because you the type of person that do have people from so many years that you'll hit you up from time to time. That's why Jock never really falls out with the women, because he likes to always have access to them. Think about how he stayed married to the first wife for all of those years, and she still had all of that emotion when all of the women were together. It's because it makes him feel good to have access to all of those women, and he knows once he impregnates them.
He likes to run the organization. He likes to be head of the baby mama club. Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
He gets something from it for sure. So, I just feel like it's annoying that everybody keeps acting like that's not what's happening. Like,
damn.
What are we looking at? Like, come on, Kendra.
I feel bad for fiance.
But Kendra, you feel bad for Kendra?
Yeah, I do a little bit.
I don't know.
I feel bad for the fact that I feel like she feels the need to keep up and maintain this relationship for the sake of saying that she locked him down or that she got him. Because, during the pandemic, a lot of people broke up. They faced the reality of what it is. And just seeing how they communicate, which seems like they don't communicate at all, and this man done turned around and booked the whole damn event on your wedding. on your wedding date? How was there no communication anyway when he said that this was already booked? So how was there no communication about that? So I'm like, if y'all don't communicate about your wedding date and stuff, then what else do you not communicate? Are you going forward with this marriage to save face? I hate that. I hate that for her, that she feels, in my opinion, that she needs to keep up a front for other people. And then I'm kind of like, Kendra, you young or whatever, you ain't really got no kids, from my understanding. Why do you want to marry a man with all of these children? Well, you could go out here and just find, a better caliber of a man.
I'm convinced that he must have the dick itch.
He don't have.
He must do.
Ain't this the same wedding that he gets served at? Because when the blog's talking about this, I feel like
is that what happened?
I think this is the same wedding that he gets served.
It looks like somebody interrupts the wedding.
Yeah, that's when he gets served. Because I remember it coming up on the blogs at the beginning of the year or last year.
I love staying out of shit when it's on the blogs. I love staying away from like the show shit, so I can be surprised when it happens on the show, because they've been killing shit for me for years. True. So I like, if I see anything, I don't really read it. Oh my god!
I remember. Mm-hmm.
That's
wow.
And they
she gonna do
all that money.
Mm-hmm.
I bet you wish Sierra would have said something at the bridal.
Is your name Young Jock? Here you go.
Jacil
is the name. Okay. Not Carla Red popping her old ass up out this cake though. Girl, I can't. Somebody, he whispered in her ear, "Tell you coming back with me." It was like, girl, first of all, why would you do that, Carly?
Because she thirsty for attention. I think she likes to feel like, first, with him getting married to Kendra, I think it makes everybody that feel like they fuck with him want to tug on him to see if their connection is still there. So that's what Meta's doing. That's what Carly's doing. And for me, Carly gonna act like she don't care. But if you didn't care, why are you rubbing up against him at his bachelor party? And another thing, I love the fact that Carly got on the internet and said she was going to stop getting filler because we told her she was fucking her face up. Thank you for being the only one to ever listen to us, because Kim and them don't listen.
She did that after Tommy did her video, though. Tommy was literally sitting in the chair with cream on her face saying she getting her fillers taken out because her face was fine. She should have never F with it. Then next thing you know, Carly on the live, I didn't get nothing done to my face. I just got my lips done. I just got the filler in my lip. And I'm like, girl, sometimes I just get my makeup artist to bring my highlight. I was like, bitch, bald-headed lie.
We see the fillers sitting up.
Listen, the chin is giving Jen Shaw for sure. Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. So it's like, stop it.
It's giving. It's not a little poo poo. It's giving it like poo 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 poo. Like you went all you did the whole.
Whatever Sheree got. Y'all remember before Sheree came back to the show and Sheree?
Don't tell me that, because that looked good. What Sheree got?
I think
maybe she got what she got with the wrong doctor.
She got too much. You know where like they change. What is it called? Like fillers that will contour your face. If you get them in the right spots, it can like change the structure of your face. Like some people who have round faces, they'll go get filler right here so they have a jawline.
That's what Megan James did from Bad Girls Club. She went and did something to her jaw. I think she said she wanted a chisel or something like that type of jaw. She went and got that work done.
Because she had a square, like a booty chin a little bit.
She was so pretty.
She was.
Yeah. I haven't seen her lately. She changed her face?
Yeah, she got a little pointy chin. It's been like that for a minute since the last time I seen her on that other reality show. But anyway, outside of that, I really didn't have much to say about any of this except for the fact that Rashida and Kirk was the only thing that really popped in my head. Besides, like Rennie Rucci wanting so badly to be with a nigga in jail, like girl, I can't. But with Rashida and Kirk. Something about it made me feel like Kirk doesn't want Rashida to resolve the issues that she has with her father, because it would then make her look at her relationship with him, which I feel like is predicated on her having daddy issues. If we're remembering how old she was, which it was another situation where somebody is like, the girls be like 17, 18, 19, and a nigga be like 25, 26, 27. In that age range. When you think about it, when we were in our late 20s, we would never fuck with a teenager. Like, you wouldn't fuck with anybody with teen in their age. You wouldn't want to be around somebody that couldn't drink. So it absolutely comes off like you wanted to be with somebody who you can control and who you can groom. And I feel like because every time she was trying to talk to her dad or she was getting into it, like he was like, I recorded you because I wanted you to see how upset you get. So I want you to just accept him for who he is and just like let it go. Like he don't want her to really like be confrontational and deal with that. And I feel like it's because then she'll look at the relationship, which has constantly been unbalanced. But she gonna act like it's the best relationship this side of creation. You've been getting cheated on and your baby's questioned, and this nigga having babies on you. Girl, you
it was them coming on the shade room for me.
Oh,
was it? I don't know. Was it the shade room? Jasmine ran one of them. I was
they did that interview.
Acting
I think it was
like
the shade room.
Yeah, acting like they made a sacrifice or they sacrificed themselves for the viewers so we can learn something for them. I was like,
good evening for him.
Take the clown mask off.
Please take it off and sit it to the side, please, for a later time. As far as the dad situation, I don't know if it was necessarily Kirk, like for me, not wanting her to make up with the dad. I didn't even think about the part of him like recording her so she could see how mad she got. I feel like if anything, it's gonna be more on that terrible ass dad. Because that nigga disrespectful as hell.
Yeah.
I do understand Kirk.
Yeah, he still ain't shit.
Absolutely. I do understand Kirk where he wants her to kind of like accept where he is, but then some part of me is like, yeah, some of it you're gonna have to let go. Like, unfortunately, it's just some shit we're gonna have to let go. But at the same time, they cannot have a conversation without her holding him accountable to his bullshit. Like, that's just what it is. Like, it's just going to have to happen. And I kind of didn't mind her cussing her daddy the hell out the way that he tried to get loud with her on the damn phone. Let me tell you something. You ain't got to tell me a mother thing. So I was with her like, I don't know about the part of like stay out my life type thing, but I also wondered this. Like, first of all, I didn't mind her, hanging up on the phone, get your life together. But daddy, why are you trying to come around now? Rashida, why are we having these conversations now when you've had these issues all this time with your daddy? Is your daddy only trying to come around now because you're successful in his eyes? Or is it that you ran out your storyline with your husband and then you decided to bring your daddy into it?
I think it's the latter. She's been successful for a long time.
I'm about to tell you. We on press number 3, okay?
Did she say it? I said, come on, mini candy birds.
Okay.
Okay. Not mini.
But I feel like
with the mini.
Right. That's what I think that's good though. I'm sure she learned a lot from Candy though. But do y'all see when I looked at like the promo stuff, I said, y'all really put her in the middle like she in charge of the girls at Love and Hip Hop ATL. Y'all know Mama D is in charge of the girls. Like, okay, where is Mama D? I don't think I saw her on the cover. Like, she needs to be in the front. She's in charge of the girls.
Who is that on the ground?
Rennie Rucci.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
Poor thing. Sitting up there having inspirational conversations with Yandy about how to be with a nigga in prison.
Yikes. I was like, girl, I don't care. I was like, skip. Because Yandy, we still trying to figure out why you down here. I want to like Yandy so bad, but like how she's been on Love and Hip Hop, I'm gonna give her a chance on Atlanta. Because I feel like it was a lot of fake stuff over there in New York. So we'll see. I'm gonna give her a chance here in Atlanta. But I do love that they gave Yandy this much of screen time. I love that so much because when they came back last season, they gave her so much screen time and it was so dull. I think they learned their lesson. They shot it so, I don't know. I always look at like the gradient of videos. Mm-hmm. I don't like the dark ones. Like they tried to shoot it how they shoot the New York version. And they switched it up. They see that vibrance is what's going to pull us in. So I like that they switched that up. Yeah.
Yeah, Southern people like color.
And and then they tried to do less drama last season. So
and that
this
was
season, dumb as hell.
Like, this is what we come here for. I remember I kept saying that in my reviews. Like, what do y'all think we came here for? Like, to escape. This is escapism. Hello. I don't know what's going on and why they feel like, Rashida. Well, no, Yandy. Girl, I'm gonna tell you what it was. For me, it was the fact that when DC's came on and said he was like, we fit in perfectly. We fit in perfectly. Yeah, because y'all heard us say, why the fuck is they in Atlanta?
Period.
They be hearing what we say, but they some of the main ones that's gonna act like they don't hear us. That's why Carly Red blocked me before I ever went to follow her.
Oh, she did.
Oh wow, girl, she definitely finna block me then.
She blocked me. I think she blocked me years ago, probably around Gucci, Louis Prada and shit. Because I did a whole video with like Carly, what the fuck
Ages ago. Syringes ago.
Yes, and I remember trying to go find her because I was like, damn, I ain't seen Carly Red in a minute. So I don't know why, but I was going to look for her. And when I went, I was like, why I can't find her? Does she have an Instagram? And it was like, she probably blocked you. I was like, I wasn't
embarrassing.
I was like, I wasn't even looking. That's hilarious. But anyway, moving on to more embarrassing television shows. Let's get into, oh, wait. See, this is that bullshit I be talking about. Hold up.
I bet you thought you added stuff and then it's not there.
Yes.
It does that to me all the time. Like, I don't understand it.
Okay, it's not just because I was like, I could have sworn. Okay, so y'all know what y'all gonna need to give me a moment to pull it up because I'm mad.
So just like the video in the meantime, guys. We appreciate all of the support. Thank you, guys.
Jami, what you drinking on?
Oh, all right. I was gonna click the like button, but go ahead, tell us what you're drinking on because I was interested.
I tried this new thing in a can. It's called Oceans Away, and it's supposed to be like a pineapple wine, but I'm not really tasting the pineapple. It's giving me very much so Riesling, but I like Riesling. So, but I tried something different today. You know, just a little mini birthday turn up, just like a teeny weeny.
Okay.
Yeah, your birthday is next week, right?
On Monday.
Okay. Well, you know, of course we'll be telling you happy birthday that day, but you know, happy early birthday, friend.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Like
Leo, big Leo energy.
Okay,
big Leo.
Both of my sisters.
Oh wow,
Leos.
Both of your sisters, Leos.
Come on, Leo.
The 5th and the 13th.
Oh wow. We like to hear it. Oh, speaking of Leo, you know who else is a Leo, and we about to argue about it.
Who and why?
Akeisha.
Come on, Miss Akeisha.
Yeah, she giving it. I'm saying, Jami, I swear, I always tell you from the beginning. Remember when we first started the show, we was talking about our signs. I was like, dang, you do not give me Leo. You got a different. I mean, you do give Leo, but you must be like on the healthy spectrum. You know how everybody...
Well, I am on the cusp. I'm the last Leo, so you know, beginning. I used to think I was a Virgo because that's how I was lined up from the little teen magazines world. They had it wrong, but I found out I was a Leo later on in life. So
I think
maybe I give off both.
I think it's funny that you say that because thinking about our charts and how like me and you were like our compatibility.
Yes.
I thought it was so funny because everybody always thought me and you was gonna get into it, and we ended up having like the best compatibility.
And we really do.
Like, that don't sound because they was acting like me and you was gonna have like me and you, our signs, our charts. It was like y'all might have trouble communicating, and I was just like, not really.
Oh yeah,
not really. Oh yeah.
Well, I found that's the one where I was like, nah.
Right, but like the first thing I read about me and Jami, I was like, that's us.
Yeah, that sounded right. I needed to get a little explanation a little bit.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh yeah, I got
didn't know if I wanted to.
That's us for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Very much so compatible.
Well, for me,
I was like, we see each other on the same page with that.
All right, let me know.
Come on for the app, Necey. Because she was on point, like you said.
She was. Co-Star was absolutely on point. Have y'all gotten that app? Okay, anyway, I'm sorry, y'all. We be just talking and shit. But Bell Collective, is there anything you ladies believe when it comes to Letitia Glenn and her business? Let's start there.
I believe that everyone would like to know what Letitia Pearson Enterprise actually specializes in. I believe that she been knew about that child a long time ago, and she's using this for the storyline the best way that she can. But then it's also, I'm conflicted too, because when she went in the room, after her and Marie got into it and she went back into the room and she cried her eyes out, it was more than about Marie to me. I felt like she was just venting about the lack of respect that people give her, downplaying her, because she even threw Akeisha's name in it randomly when the issue was primarily with Marie. So I said, she's having an internal beef or whatever going on within within herself. So that's what makes it conflicting for me, because it's like it's giving fake storyline, but at the same time, these emotions, the way that she was crying was real. So what's really going on with her? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how to make that out or what to believe with that. I believe her name is Letitia. That's it. That is so disrespectful.
I think that's a good point that you called out, Jami. Yeah, low key, that's where I'm at. Whenever you said, "Is there anything y'all believe?" I was gonna say no with a W. No, but Jami, you dug deep there, and I will say that I think the emotions are real.
Yeah,
I think she's playing with the timing of situations for our
Mhm.
faces, and I think that this camera in front of her is making her add Enterprise to the end of her name, because I don't know what's going on beside these brunches. Like, I literally laughed my ass off. And I kind of liked Akeisha more whenever she said, "I handpicked each one of you ladies for my brunch." Girl, if you don't get the fuck. You know that was a cat. Yes. What do you mean you handpicked? I can't stand, I don't never trust no woman who is putting together a damn brunch or those types of things. I just don't. I
don't. So, was Akeisha putting 20 on 10 with her brunch complaints?
To me, I don't feel like she was. I feel like she made the similar complaints as everybody else made at the table. Like, her plate was dirty. Like, think about it. If we go to an event, everybody not finna, in So Gucci's words, she should have just flicked that off and just kept eating. Everybody's not going to do that. Mm-hmm. They just not. Like, if they see someone on their plate and you're the person in charge, excuse me, hey, take care of this. Now, maybe Akeisha did have to say, "You want me to go talk to the owners?" But she also didn't like how Tisha came at her. So maybe that's why she said, "If you don't want to do it, I can go talk to the owners." But here's my thing. We met Tisha last season, right? And Tisha has been doing these brunches for a very long time. So for you to be a woman that has expertise in this area, and then you want to say that you handpick people, then the expectation is much different. And then I know Akeisha may walk in a room and she may feel like she uppity or whatever, but maybe she is used to operating in certain circles. So maybe she came in there with the expectation that this was going to be fabulous, up to par, this, that, and the other. You know how people like to overhype their events. So we get there and it's like, it literally is glitter cloth table, like tablecloths. Like, what are we doing here?
And not
You've
even
been doing this
kind.
long enough. Step
not
up.
Not even the good kind. It was cheap. Yeah, no, I agree. So. And I feel like she cooked the food herself. I think that's what she said. That's why the shit was burnt. You can't cook all them waffles yourself.
Wait.
Like, get it? Yes. I think like a part of that conversation that when Letitia was like, "I cooked them up some good food, some good brunch." Like, that's what she was saying when she was talking about it. And I was like, so that means that's the reason why that shit was burnt, because you made it yourself and then had it brought there to that venue. That's why everything else probably fell short, because, you know, she was probably in her mama kitchen cooking, you know, sweating and shit, trying to make sure that breakfast was done. That's why she didn't want to hear about no dirty plates. Like, bitch, I barely made it here with all of this bacon in my car. And you want to talk to me about a plate? Bitch, get a new plate.
That's why she was stressed the hell out.
I told y'all it was giving rec center. The venue was giving community rec center.
It was.
Everybody that been to a baby shower at a rec center. That's what it was giving. Akeisha irritated the fuck out of me when she first came on the show, but she's hitting major points. Every single point to me, I'm like, damn, you ain't wrong. I think that she is being a bit extra. She could make her points in a more delicate way. But the reason why I kind of don't feel no way for Letitia is because anybody who arranges brunches for women, I feel like it's probably some type of anybody who does, I feel like is some sort of social climber, some sort of serial networker. So I bet she called her on the show trying to make it seem like she was just hosting elaborate brunches in order to build that connection with Akeisha. And Akeisha was like, this ain't like what we're talking about. So I feel like Letitia was probably stunting that type of way, because you wanted everybody in the group to know that she was brought around by you, until she was like, nah, this ain't what I associate with. And then you want to talk about her in front of everybody at the table after she left.
But see, that's the thing. She shouldn't try and claim that she brought her around when Tamra was the one that brought her to the table first. And then
Oh,
this is another reason why I can't
right.
get with Tisha. Girl, why you gotta be a Tisha? Anyway, so another reason why I can't get with Tisha, or let's whatever, is because of the mess that she's about to start with Tambra. And I feel like I don't know what's gonna happen, but we are gonna see Tambra go off on Akeisha. So I'm wondering what is that gonna be about? But you got Tisha over here being messy. She knows that her friend has been seeing your dude. And you poking around, like that's another reason. Like, we got our eyes on you, Tisha. We're gonna see.
Yeah, I don't like. It's definitely giving misery loves company. It's definitely giving because my life is fucked up right now. I can't be happy for nobody in their relationship. When they was having that conversation at the table and Tamara was talking about Demine and she was like, "Oh, you think he's gonna do? Yeah, you think he's gonna?" I was like, "Bitch, why are you hating? Because Glenn over there, impregnating y'all half of the city." But outside of that, I didn't. Let me tell you something. I wasn't here for Akeisha until the very end of the episode when she sat down with Tisha, and Tisha had this very indignant attitude. Well, you came in with negative energy. Bitch, I don't care what type of energy I came in with. Your shit wasn't up to par. So when you come and talk to me about it not being up to par, I need an apology in there somewhere for your shit not being up to par. And it's not even about dirty plates. It's about you walking away to go and argue with your lesbian lover Marie. Like, I know I'm just joking, y'all. I know I know they're not gay. But it was just funny to me that she ran off to go and argue with her. Like, I would have been like, all right, girl, you can't do it. I'll talk to you later. I'll just check on you later. And then I would have kept on with what I was doing. So when she left to go and argue and scream and cry, and I was just like, why are we doing all of this? So to me, I feel like that was where Tisha went wrong. And where I feel like Akeisha had every right to say your shit wasn't up to par and you couldn't handle your business. Like, you didn't.
I agree.
Yeah.
100%. I agree.
But,
definitely.
and lastly, last question for this show. Should Latrice have a baby with Cliff, especially after her mama told her that he's just as controlling as her daddy that went to prison?
Absolutely not.
No, with it doesn't.
Absolutely not. Her mama hit the nail on the head.
You took the words out of my mouth, Jamie. I was about to say hit that on the head. Yeah.
He wants you to have a baby so he can tell you can't go nowhere because then you're not a good mama.
Yep.
Because because you're not gonna want that moniker. You gonna want to be good at everything you do. So the first time he'd be like, "Oh no, you need to stay at home with the baby. You need to put the baby first." It's so that he can control you, and that's why she don't need to have no baby for that old ass man. Had no old grandpa looking baby.
I do hate the space that Latrice is in, feeling as though everybody has left her, and that's her biggest fear, that he would leave. You know what I'm saying? When she have her child may be in the same position as her. I don't see that happening, but I do. But you never know. You know what I'm saying, with death and stuff like that.
I'm about
but
to
I
say,
do see what true. But I do see what her mama saying. I'm like, girl, that may not be your problem. You know what I'm saying? Your problem is he gonna be there. He just gonna make sure your ass there too. And you ain't gonna be able to live your best life for real.
Right.
Being the entrepreneur that you are.
It ain't him leaving you with the baby. It's him using the baby to control you. Like, that's what you need to do.
It's him leaving the baby with you. That's what it is.
He going now. He going down to the bar.
And for sure.
You with the baby. But yeah, y'all,
But
that's Bell Collective. He will.
It was good.
It was. Let's move on to, y'all, season finale. P Valley. It was disappointing. But I'm going to just give y'all a quick little rundown. And then we can discuss. So grandmother lived. We was happy about that. Y'all know I be trying. I want to throw a player's ball and tell Big Hair to come down there and help me put it together. All right, Clifford. You know, I be trying to get Loretta Devine together in the throat. All right, so grandmother lived. Thank you, Jesus. She's still coughing all over everybody, but she alive and she's trying to fuck on that African. Roulette. Roulette is about to become the madam of the Pink now that she has brought in the lady that sells the floss to everybody in the bank. It's not gonna be good because I feel like that rule about them not being prostitutes is what protects them. Like, once men feel like they gonna roll up on you in a very disrespectful manner in that club because they think they can. So she don't know how she fucking up them other girls. Like, somebody gonna end up getting grape juiced because the dude expected to be able to pay for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit happen all the time. I just came here to dance. You know what I'm saying? But outside of that, Andre didn't win the election, but after catching him with all them Haley Knight, Lakeisha Savage, his wife, who just took somebody's dick out of her mouth, it's gonna stick beside him. Okay, what did y'all think about her like standing on a porch while all of those women came and pushed their titties in that man's face and offered him food? Like, what was that?
I rolled my eyes really hard. Like, why she gotta be there? Like, girl, just go back to where you came from. But at the same time, this is what I had to realize. Honestly, y'all, we like Haley more because we know her. We're familiar with her. We're not as familiar with his wife's character, right? Not that like more in depth like we are with Haley. So let's be honest here. He the one that cheated first, for real, from what we know. So I had to check myself and be like, well, shit, I mean, he the one that cheated first. So I guess she was well within her right to do what she did. He just happened to catch her. So if she want to come back around, she has every right to, because that is her husband. And it didn't seem like he was really finna leave her for real. Like, you know, he welcomed her back. He could have said, no, you can go back to Atlanta and I'll send the divorce papers with you. So it sucks, but it made me feel a way that, dang, so we're not going to see Haley and his storyline develop even more, considering the fact that now she's pregnant with his kids. So what is that? Like, you know, so that's the part that I didn't like that. But, you know, she going to be there. We stuck with her for the time being. And she may become valuable at a later time. They may develop her character more, which is going to be more of a benefit to him.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking for, because I feel like that needs to happen. That development of her character, she gonna be there. Because right now we don't know her and we don't like her and we don't know why she here. Haley took Uncle Clifford money and ran when she lost her opportunity to sell the Pink, because Corbin took Uncle Clifford's advice from like what 1 or 2 episodes ago where he showed up looking like Color Purple. That shit was so funny. But he showed up and told him, you know, you always trying to fight against the water, but sometimes you gotta just let the water flow, and you gotta let it flow, you know, over you. So that gave him the idea to bring that water to his property so that they can build the casino on his property, which already backed up to water. So Uncle Clifford was the one that gave Corbin stupid ass that idea in the first place, it seemed like.
See, I like that, but I don't like that. I like Uncle Clifford inspiring people, but I don't like when people forget. Girl, it's giving me Candy Burris. You know how Candy do so much for people and then turn around and get played in the end? That's what I'm feeling.
You don't think that he can turn around and help him? Since he gave him that idea?
I don't think he will.
You can't trust Corbin. You can't, like, he's untrustable. So it just makes me feel like when Clifford needs him and is in a bind, we don't know.
Unless he won't get whipped. And then
that's what I was going to say.
Yes. I think they may have to continue that arrangement. But outside of that, y'all, Mercedes finally gave me what I have been waiting on all fucking season. She bucked for her goddamn life to Murder Song, 7 Pounds of Pressure.
Oh, that song.
Listen, it don't.
I was like, damn, you really come for him like that? That went so hard.
Okay. And then the nigga was in the crowd. Maine was standing in the crowd with, like, I almost felt like Maine was there to kill him until he performed. And then he was like, all right. And then walked out. Because at the end of the day, you know Pico was on some bullshit. That's why I was like, why the fuck y'all even getting all upset when you know Pico claimed the body that he didn't, you know, take?
Yeah.
You know this game, bro. Like, he left himself open. But outside of that, when Mercedes did that fucking flip off the pole over his head and landed on the ground in the split and bounced in it, I threw all my money at the screen. Okay.
That was good. I actually ended up stumbling across on TikTok her stunt double, a chick that actually do those tricks, and she was showing like that very move of what she did, and I was like, wow, okay, because I was wondering, like, when I saw Mercedes, I was like, is that Mercedes? That's Mercedes. Is that Mercedes? Because the girl looked a little lighter, but she's on TikTok and she put all her moves up there, and Brandy Evans has referenced her in some of her interviews and stuff, but they killed that routine, and I felt like old boy was there. What's his name? The dark skinned dude. Maine. I feel like Maine was there to pop murder too, because leading up to it, it was giving death for me. I was like, okay, something finna happen. Somebody finna get popped. Like this night, something is off about this. But when he saw Mercedes, I was thinking he wouldn't want to bring any harm to her. So that's why I was thinking he didn't do it at that time, because Mercedes was up there and he didn't want to, like, you know,
that's what I thought too.
Particular situation. Yeah,
I found it. Hold up, I found it.
Okay,
so I saw her live when she was stripping at King of Diamonds.
Okay, hold on. Okay, y'all know I can't play the music and stuff. Okay, so now we're gonna see the. That's crazy though, like to be on that shit with no hands like that. Clap, clap. Oh. That's crazy. Like that's crazy as hell to like do those flips into a split like that. Yeah, that's definitely a talent. I feel like if you can shake your ass, okay, if you can shake your ass like that for the rest of your life, you should. Okay, that don't even make no sense to age out of doing some shit like that. I love when they do that.
Me too. I'm like, how do y'all balance yourself? Girl, I'm so heavy.
So much arm and
so
core strength.
The funny thing is, I went to King of Diamonds in Miami in 2017 on spring break, and I seen strippers dancing like this, and I was like, I have it recorded on my phone, like an old Snapchat memory. And when I came back, that was literally the first time I had only been to the strip club. And I was like, oh my gosh, I've never seen nobody dance like that before. Like literally everybody was in trance like they are in the pink. And then when I hopped on TikTok and I saw her say she was at King of Diamonds in 2019, I was like, that was her. I remember this girl she got all my fucking student refund check when I was in Miami. Like, it was insane watching her. But yeah, she was super talented.
Yeah.
I wanted to call out the 7 pounds of pressure thing. So I was on TikTok looking at people talk about P-Valley, and somebody pointed out a really good point. So Lil Murda was rapping about, the 7 pounds of pressure or whatever. But in that first episode or second, whatever it was, earlier in the season, whenever Diamond pulled out that thing out of her back, it was 7 pounds of pressure.
It was.
I was like, what?
Yeah. That's crazy. And everybody, and it wasn't just like everybody in the room could understand it for the most part. Like even Maine, I think that's why Maine backed off of it, because remember Mercedes had that conversation with Maine, like how do you get over it? And that was the same conversation I think she wanted to have with Murda when they was in the Paradise Room together when he let her hear the song. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it was definitely her seeking out somebody who could explain to her how to deal with what she had, what she did. But anyway, outside of that, she got Terica back thanks to Mayor Pastor Patrice Woodbine, who won the election. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. I like the energy that she had when she walked into Mercedes' studio. That's another thing. Farrah paid her royalties of $30,000, so she was able to get her studio, finished and put her pictures and stuff on the wall and put a pole in. So now, instead of being ashamed of stripping and feeling like it was something she needed to stop doing eventually, now you're gonna start teaching these hoes how to do it and make your money that way, which is smart.
I love that. I think her name was Farrah. You said I like that. I was thinking she was gonna be the enemy the whole time, and she ended up being different. I have to say, I did not like this final episode. I hated it.
I didn't like it
because it felt like it was the end of everything, because it seemed like too many people was kind of getting what they wanted. And I was like, I don't like this. Is y'all coming back? Not y'all having us wait for damn near 3 years. And then like, are y'all gonna get a third season? So I hated it because it seemed like it was over. But I love that for Mercedes.
I don't think so, because I feel like raising Terica at 14, looking the way she looked, like when she looked back at Maine and all of that, I was like, that's gonna be a fucking issue. Like as people
were trying to figure out what that was. I thought that Maine was Terica daddy.
Yeah, I was wondering that too.
People were saying that they think something. Terica.
No, they were saying they think that's Terica's baby daddy.
Yeah.
But I'm like, no, she already said it was a boy in school. I don't think he know her. But I think like a lot of young girls.
You remember she asked her why the boy in school wasn't coming with her to the abortion. Remember? And she made something up. I can't remember what she said.
I don't think
I
that's what
rebuke
it
that.
was.
Oh, Lord, please no.
I think it was one of them times where it might be a old nigga looking at a young girl. And I also think it was one of those times where a young girl might be attracted to an old ass nigga because she got daddy issues. So it's her looking older and, you know, possibly living up to that fast ass girl, you know, moniker that they love to throw on young girls. When really niggas is predatory and girls is traumatized. So I feel like it may be more of something like that.
And I feel like they also put a mirror in front of Mercedes because it's basically the same thing that happened to her.
Basically. So
that's
why,
like,
yeah, it could definitely be a storyline moving forward with that type of shit going on. And then what else happened? Okay, so Keyshawn. Y'all, Keyshawn getting arrested for hauling off and losing her shit on Derek. It made me think about when she went to the hospital and how they let her leave with that baby with bruises, you know, and all of that on that baby back. And I was like, how were you able to leave? And why didn't you say something then? Because that would have been the perfect opportunity to say, I just came home from out of town and I found these bruises on my baby. He beats me. And she could have showed them the bruises on her body because she still had bruises on her body. But she could have said something then, and they could have called the police then from the hospital. Instead, she waited all of this time, and now she finally got a chance to, like, honestly, I wouldn't have even brought them kids by my them fucking kids would have been in the strip club. Do you hear me? Somebody would have been watching them kids in the motherfucking strip club.
Cliff need to build a daycare.
Okay, and y'all should have had Toy stay. Toy, put a fucking mask on and watch these kids, and I'm gonna give you a few $100s when I leave. Okay, like, but somebody should have watched them kids inside that fucking strip club the way that baby used to be all the time, season 1. Because that made me so mad when that stepmama came to the door with that attitude, knowing she had did that shit and that girl was trying to run with them kids. And you called him to come and get the kids. And then her stepsister, who has to be grown at this point, standing on the fucking stairs looking like a child. Bitch, you grown. Why you still live with her?
Facts.
And that was
an
up
there shrugging her shoulders.
That wasn't the house that Keyshawn grew up in. That was an apartment. So I also want to know what the fuck happened to Keyshawn daddy. Why you living in a small apartment versus a big ass mansion y'all was living in when you closed the door in Keyshawn's face?
That looked like the same house. That was an apartment.
I thought it was the same house. That's what
it didn't. Because I saw the
like street.
That to me. It didn't look like that to me because when she went, like the staircase was in a different place. Like or at least it seemed way closer to the front door than I remember it being in a previous, like, you know, because there was like this huge great room when you walked in, wasn't it? And I feel like them stairs was like right there, so it looked like a different place to me. But the staircase looked the same. I thought, okay, I could be wrong. It was the same house. Okay, I'm wrong. All right.
But you weren't wrong about the stepmama being full of shit though, because she was out of line for that. That was
I hated it.
Girl, I'm like, Keyshawn, slap this bitch. Like, I'm so tired of seeing Keyshawn get punked. And it really bothered me to see her wait until those people are there to snatch your kids or leave them with their daddy for you to sit up there and want to go damn crazy. You had so many other opportunities. And for you to call Diamond on the phone and then ask him, first of all, girl, you asking him blatantly over this phone to do a crime. That's number one. So you trying to get him caught the hell up.
Can you handle it?
I said, what? And it's like you had so many. She should have called the Grim Reaper, the one that took care of the last dude for her.
Wody.
Wody. That's who she should have called.
She shouldn't have called nobody. Because I feel like the whole point of the story is, okay, one of the things I noticed was they had her wearing that red hood, kind of like Little Red Riding Hood. And then a couple of episodes before that, they had her, they went through her whole princess story. So she's supposed to save herself ultimately instead of keep calling people to try to be saved. When you gonna learn? Shit.
But she gonna have to
I want to fight the creator, the writer. What's her name? Katori, let's throw hands. Because how dare you sit up here and let everybody sit up here and pretty much get what it is that they want. But then Keyshawn is the one that ain't get what she want. And I feel like she went through the most traumatizing stuff.
But
so I feel a way about that.
Saved herself, right? Ain't she the only one that hasn't done? I'm trying to think. Like
I
we
don't feel like
see
Mercedes saved herself. She just looked up.
low key. That's what made me pause. Mercedes did kind of look up. Yeah, I don't know what happened there, but Keyshawn ain't done what she needs to do. I feel like.
And yeah, I mean, I feel you on that. When she sat up there and told, even though that's murder, she told murder where she was going. I was like, you weren't even supposed to tell him. You already moving wrong. He knew exactly where she was headed to. Okay. You weren't supposed to be talking to nobody, girl.
So yeah. Is it gonna show? Yeah. Hold up. Let me make sure I wanted to share the right page, but you could see it. Shit.
Yeah, we can see it from here.
Okay, because I wanted to make it bigger, but y'all could see it's different. Because that's what I thought. I was thinking like the staircase at the house was like this huge rounded like staircase, and it seemed like it was further away from the front door to me. And it was. I mean, it's different. But y'all see.
Gotcha. So that makes me think two things. One, did she lead a dad? Or two, were they not able to book the first location and they had to finesse the second one?
Did she have two sisters?
She did.
She did.
Where's the other sister?
Probably living her damn life.
Okay, because she was the one that the mama didn't really fuck with like that.
Wouldn't that be some damn mess if he traded the mama out for the daughter? Because you remember she said he'll trade you out for something shiny.
Well, the one that he would trade her out for is the one that was standing on the stairs, shrugging her shoulders, shaking her head. That's the one that he was pulling it close.
Okay.
Ain't shit ass bitch. But lastly, you guys, Uncle Clifford finally got his fantasy to be made real, because y'all know he loved, y'all know I be fucking up with the uncle part, but she loved to go into these trances and imagine her and Murder having these moments in front of everybody like a normal couple. And so to finally have this moment where they're at the party and baby, y'all know I love that song. I had to sing that shit on my video. What a difference. Okay. True love made in my life. Okay, girl.
Good old family reunion song. Come on.
Listen, loving you gave me something new that I never felt, never dreamed of. Listen, we ain't gonna do it, but we was all feeling it.
That was the best song they played that song though. They said what we have is much more than they can see. I said, oh my gosh. Love is love.
Can see. Never. All right, anyway. So everybody saw, but did y'all see there was some people that was like, and then they had most of them was like, oh, but it was definitely a mix in the crowd. And I also appreciated finally Murder talking to Uncle Clifford about what happened with Big Teak, because it seemed like finally they were able to be closer. So I loved it. I that's the portion of it that I feel like everybody got their happy ending in some respect, except for Keyshawn.
Everybody. That's what I'm saying. The only good thing she got was laying hands on Derek.
Well,
go ahead,
and that wasn't even good enough.
Derek to be dead. Yeah, exactly. We passed that. Like, I just want her to kill the man. But another theory that I keep saying is that hopefully, and who said it? Soulful Dog also said in the comments that hopefully it wasn't drug induced, that Uncle Clifford wasn't hallucinating.
Right,
because you remember he took the pills right before that.
She didn't take the pills because she was like, "Give me the whole damn bag," but we didn't see anything happen after that. So I don't know.
Yeah.
But I hope
and Murder did say you're not dreaming, but I'm kind of like, but still, was it a dream though? Like,
I don't think so. I think because that'll be the thing next season, like how to handle being a rapper, at the beginning of your career when this is something that people know about you.
That would be a great opportunity for this show to adopt that, like to adopt that idea that he can rap how he raps and still love who he loves, and people still like him and not care about that. But I'm wondering, like, that would be great. However, it makes me wonder how realistic is it, because realistically, it's tough for a person to do what he does and be openly gay. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing how they try to play that out. I can see them making it as just a dream, but if not, what's going to be the real life part of him navigating this part of his life and his career? Because I guarantee you, the people with the disgusted face, they're gonna be talking. They're gonna be letting everybody know, and that's the crazy thing, because the streets kind of already know what murder do. People know. It's been whisperings. It's never been anything confirmed, but y'all still been rocking with him. So why would y'all want to switch it up now that you know for sure what it is? You know. So I mean, we'll see.
We will see, y'all. Let's go ahead and move on. We're gonna get into the ratchetry of It's All, child. We're gonna do this the whole fucking night, huh? We're gonna do this the whole night. We'll be thinking.
Oh, Stringer, I keep playing with you.
Listen, it did me
Girl.
like that the other day.
Did you do
It's like when you try to do a lot at one time, it never takes all of them. It only takes
when
a
you try to
few.
batch upload.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. You
I
gotta do
just start
probably maybe
uploading the old way now.
2 or 3 at a time. Yo, it's
That
like,
is
wow, that's what we doing.
I'm about to tell you, that is so trash. When I tell you, I downloaded all of these,
I know.
like, and put them in here. That's why I'm like, this is just trash. Never, never. All right, I'm sorry, y'all. What we have is much, much more.
Yeah. The other thing, okay, Married to Medicine.
Yeah, we're
I was
about to
gonna
get
say,
Married to
what-
Medicine, but what?
The last thing I wanted to say about Uncle Clifford, Uncle Clifford hallucinating was,
Mhm.
I felt like it could have been a dream because his mama was in the audience, but then I felt like
Right.
it could have been real too, and that the euphoria was just radiating, like that was just all they love in that moment, and not necessarily the drugs. That it was
And-
real, and what we saw was euphoria.
I was just gonna say, two things could be true. It could have been real, and Uncle Clifford still could have been high. Like,
Yeah.
And
so,
true.
We gonna see.
All right, y'all. So with that, let's go ahead and like the video. Let the
And
internet
Haley
know.
has left,
Yeah,
We
she
forgot about that.
disappeared. I mean,
Yeah.
she stole the money and left.
but she's
And then
literally not
Diamond.
coming back to the show though.
Yeah, I'm
Diamond
sorry. I
kidnapped.
keep forgetting to mention that. Y'all, they say she's not coming back. I kind of feel like so. Like, I don't know. Because she's
I'm
not
mad at her. I don't want her to come back. Bye.
low key. I feel the same way. Like, good night. Anyway, y'all, make sure y'all like the video as we move on. Yes. Okay. Yes. Big Bone shanked Diamond and knocked him in the trunk. He's not gonna come to Keyshawn's, rescue until next season. Yes.
Oh, I
all
hate
knew.
that.
We knew Big Bone had the ring, and she was with Montavious little Delta Brothers bullshit that they talked about in the first season. Yeah, we know. It's all very disappointing. Can y'all let us move on from this terrible ass finale, please? Once again,
Diamond
like the
gonna
video.
clap them.
I hope so. He went into military mode, so I feel like he's gonna, he gonna turn into one of them "you can't kill me" niggas type people. You know what I'm saying? They'll have him hanging up, just be like all of a sudden pop out and just do some crazy shit and kill somebody with his legs.
Right. He gonna be rolling on the ground and standing up.
He's gonna be tired
For
of
sure.
killing people. Okay, it's gonna, it's definitely gonna give what's the movie Denzel always do? Equalizer.
Equalizer.
Yeah, nigga, be like, it would take me 6 seconds to kill all you niggas at time. Okay? But anyway, yes, like the video. All right. So y'all, let's go ahead and get into the Married to Medicine of it all. So the main thing that I want to talk about is this sit down that they had at the end of the episode, right before they went skydiving. Which reminds me, whenever we decide that we want to go somewhere, like Vegas, we should do that. Because I feel like we should do that.
I think that would
I know y'all
probably
gonna
be
be
the only
scared.
thing I can do. I think ziplining is the only thing I said I'll probably like give it a try. I'm going to be Toya. I ain't gonna cry, but I'm gonna be on the floor for sure. My stomach gonna be in my ass, and my ass gonna be on the floor.
Y'all, it's not that bad. I ziplined in Jamaica, and we had to climb up trees and shit in order to get up there. I was holding on the lyric for dear life, y'all. I do not like the heights like that, but it was so fun once you get up there. And the way they had it, they basically had your ass in a sack. Like it wasn't like you was about to, you know.
And it was quick. It looked like it was quick too. And it's in the mall.
Yeah.
Like that looked like it would be super fun.
Like,
yeah.
how many times do y'all think somebody was flat on the pavement in the mall? Yeah.
It didn't look as bad once they got started, but I literally am Toya. Like, I cry when I'm not in control of things like that. So
that's crazy.
Another I'm gonna be sad if y'all don't want to do it, but I want to do it. Right.
We could try.
We could try it. Okay.
Me and Necey may have to have a few glasses.
Some edibles.
Yeah, have to.
Okay.
Just to loosen up.
Thank you for the super chat. 4 out of 5 of Toya's auditors recommend y'all like the video. Thank you so much for that. That is hilarious. Okay. So Simone talks about her and Cecil's book.
Mm-hmm.
The biggest story is coming back from the brink of divorce, she said. Okay. And then we get into Heavenly being a part of the reconciliation because Heavenly tells the girls to pick your battles with men because women win 98% of the time. I said, bitch, tell the Supreme Court that.
Not the Supreme Court, bitch.
I'm just saying, tell the Supreme Court that shit. I was just saying, like, we get our way 98% of the bitch. We can't even get this wage gap closed. But okay, fine. We get
I feel like
way.
that's exclusive to her marriage.
Period.
On the marriage, in the relationship. It should be like that. It should be like your husband do whatever you tell him to do majority of the time. And if he wants a 65 inch instead of the 50 inch, you let him get the 65. But that's about it.
Okay. Like the way she was saying, I ain't like how she said none of that shit. Like that shit had my ass like, I don't like how she said none of that. That shit made me feel uncomfortable.
Pick your battles.
Pick your battles. Also, Dr. Jackie, please don't ever tell us to kiss a nipple again. Thank you though. Thank you for that advice.
Oh my gosh.
She was just kiss a nipple. I said,
no, ma'am.
Thank you for calling that out because I cringed and I was like, I'm just not gonna say shit about it. But the way she said, kiss the nipple, I gagged. It made me feel like I was talking to my great auntie or something. Kiss the nipple.
It was given Marcus, darling. Are you gonna get out of that tight shirt? Like,
girl, that's giving Earth the Kid. Who said that? Earth the Kid.
Yeah. Prune juice. It makes the skin tight. Like that's what she was giving me when she said that shit. I was like, Dr. Jackie a freak like a motherfucker. But anyway, so Kintessa says that she doesn't see anything wrong with the way Jackie is non-confrontational. So if she feel the way, she won't say anything. So Kintessa is like, I don't see anything wrong with just Xing people out, especially if they're going to be all in your business. So then the conversation starts being passive aggressive because she's really talking to Heavenly now. Mm-hmm. And Heavenly says, well, that's one thing you ain't never got to worry about with me because I ain't going to never, do what nobody tell me to do. I'm staying with my man regardless. You could tell me the truth or make up a lie, bitch. I'm going to stay with Dr. Daddy Damon until I'm ready to go. And then Simone says, well, if someone made up a story that would hurt you, and that's what Kintessa is trying to get you to understand. Now, at this point, Kintessa and Heavenly aren't actually talking to each other. So when Simone says it, it makes it now an actual confrontation between the two of them versus the passive aggressive that was going on in the moment, right? So Simone, you messy ass. Like I think her, Toya, and Kintessa seem to like to, they need other people to help them gang up on somebody. They can't just, not Toya as much. She likes to get the help, but Toya has been going back and forth with Heavenly on her own for years now. But with Kintessa and Simone even, you want to play cool with her, but then as soon as you get the opportunity, you want to try to throw some salt on her. Like, it is definitely like Simone just don't like the lady. Just don't like her, but stop playing cool with her and then kind of throwing her under the bus. Like, that's what it be feeling like Simone does all the time to Heavenly.
That's how I felt when I was in Dr. Jackie's office and she said, how are we supposed to go to Vegas when Heavenly isn't getting along with everybody? And I'm like, girl, you are just thriving knowing that y'all did that damn intervention and your hope is that everyone is still mad at Heavenly. I didn't like it.
Me either. Heavenly says at the end of the day, she didn't put anything out about Contessa. Contessa is the one that went around using all of her friends to fight her battles for her last season with her husband, and Heavenly had an opinion about it, and now you're mad. But at the end of the day, everything that Heavenly said, I feel like has already been said to you. You've already said these things about your, volatile household, and you know what I'm saying? So I just kind of feel like she's basically everybody's doing the same thing. It's not just Contessa. Heavenly's doing it too. We're not going to focus on the issues we're having in our marriages. We're going to fight with each other about nonsense. So I feel like in essence, that's what they're doing. And I think at first Heavenly didn't know that's what they were doing. But now Heavenly has figured out that that's what they're doing. Because when Heavenly lost her shit at that table, when she started shaking, talking about, I don't do this dysfunction. I don't do no fuck her. Fuck her. I was just like, oh Lord, not fuck her and kiss her ass. And then Contessa like, say it to my face. I said, Contessa, everybody know you can whoop her ass, but she already said it real close to your face, love. She already did. So yeah, y'all, please. What are y'all feeling about all of this?
I think it's fugazi. I think they should find something else to be the storyline. I think Heavenly should also just accept the fact that everybody don't want you speaking on them. Jackie may not like you, but you already know how Jackie operates. Jackie not gonna say nothing. She gonna be real quiet until somebody approaches her. I think that she should put herself in other people's shoes sometimes, whether you brought the conversation to the forefront on your own about your own business or not. You don't want nobody speaking on your husband at all, because in Dr. Heavenly's eyes, Damon is absolutely 1000% perfect. And some other people may not, they may think what she think is perfect isn't. And then if they speak on that, she's going to be upset. She's going to be trying to go to war, in all honesty. So I think she should step inside Contessa's shoes just slightly and understand the uncomfortableness of it all, and just recognize that, yeah, I may have talked too much. That's what I do. I enjoy talking. I enjoy entertaining my people, and I may have taken it a bit too far. So let me just scale back. I apologize. But I felt like Dr. Heavenly did try to apologize to her. Did she apologize to her?
She did. She
said
her.
that wasn't her intention. So then now it puts it back on Contessa for how long you gonna drag this out?
Because you've been apologized to now twice on camera.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, the way I feel about it is of Contessa. I think that Dr. Heavenly, you shouldn't be talking about your friends on YouTube, okay? But Contessa's full of shit. I can't never respect nobody who need backup to get their point across. Mm-hmm. And it's interesting because I feel like everything that Contessa is doing is saying more about Contessa than it is about Heavenly. And the people who have ulterior motives are just co-signing with Contessa. And it's like, no, I don't feel like she should put her her foot in Contessa's shoes, because Contessa needs to turn around and look at Scott. Like, you are only trying to prove a point to your husband. And I do feel like she's acting like an abused person because I feel like she's doing all this to prove to her husband that Heavenly didn't get those things from the source. Like, those aren't conversations that she had with Heavenly when they was on the brink of divorce. The other thing that I wanted to call out was the things that Contessa said at the table. She said it's not good to have too many people in your ear because you get people doing whatever they want you to do. And my point is, you really talking about yourself and you projecting. You feel stupid for getting everybody involved in your issues last season because you didn't have the voice to confront your husband on what he was doing. And now you want somebody to bear the blame of that. And I think that's whack as hell. Anybody else who got an issue with Heavenly, I think is rightfully so. But if they ain't said shit about it, then Contessa, go take that up with your husband.
I feel like
there's that on that.
I feel like that too. I'm tired, Contessa. All right, y'all. So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and move on. Contessa. I'm tired, Contessa. Let's move on to Real Housewives of Atlanta. Real lightweight. Did Sonya exclude Kenya and Sheree on purpose? Or was Kenya tripping, expecting Sonya to check in on her? Because I feel
Kenya
like
tripping.
I feel like Kenya was tripping. Okay, so I don't know. Okay, so when I'm gonna say it like this, I feel like Kenya has decided that Sonya trying to fuck with her, so she gonna fuck with her back. So she not gonna respect your time. She gonna show up late because she know it's gonna aggravate you. And then whenever you try to have confrontation with her, she's gonna cry so that you can't get the argument that you want to get out of her for the move, for the scene to be what you want it to be, so you can splash. She knows how to play this game. So I think Kenya is being passive aggressive towards Sanya. And I think she feels like because Sanya has been like low key fucking with her. So now I'm gonna show you how to low key fuck with somebody. That's how it's coming off to me. And I still feel like Sanya working on my nerves.
I mean, I felt Sanya when Sanya was like, if you really wanted to come, you could have came like you came to the other thing. So I definitely felt Sanya, but I don't know because Kenya and Sheree are both feeling slighted. Where they originally, because they kind of talked about it on the after show, I believe they originally had like a schedule and plans and thing laid out only for them, and they were dressed or something, only for them to find out that that's not what we doing. Like, y'all not going. So I do feel like based on also how Sanya treated Drew, it is a good question to ask. BIT, were we uninvited? And then it's kind of like, if you were, it's kind of like be okay with that a little bit because she's at work. Like, she's actually doing something. Like, y'all are actually out there because she's at work. And I'm cringing on the inside because it's like, y'all got me taking up for Sanya just slightly. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that because she's not a favorite. She's not a favorite.
I don't even want to review this week if you got me come on here talking about Sanya was right.
Exactly.
That's why y'all heard how I framed it. You heard how I framed it. Because at the end of the day, I still wasn't like, I was annoyed with Kenya being disrespectful of people's time. But when I pull back and look at how this whole trip is played out and how Sanya keep trying to like check Kenya like she the fucking principal. Where is your partner? And why were you late, Kenya? Like, bitch, don't ask me why I was late like you the principal and I just came to school late and you about to give me the attention. Her tone is condescending.
She doing that for Marlo and Sheree.
Yes.
Whack as fuck.
That's what I want to say.
Sheree. 4 gold medals, 1 peach.
Okay. Sheree though, Sheree does it. Like, she was agreeing with Kenya, I think, because she recognizes it's not smart for her to be all on Marlo's side.
Yes.
So how can I get back in good with Kenya? Because I still want to be good friends with Kenya because me and Kenya are actually cool outside of the show. Remember, Sheree and Kenya are cool outside of it because they're
Kenya
neighbors.
gave her that connect for the She Buy Never.
I didn't know that. She didn't use it. But either way, shout out to Kenya getting her products up in the Target and the Walmart, I believe. I think that just recently happened.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, I was because I started following her this season because I was like, if you're gonna act like you got some sense, then I'm gonna follow you. I'm sorry, y'all, but I can't take that I want to be the villain and I don't give a fuck shit. I can't do it. I don't care. So this version of her, like, I can see it and it makes sense to me, and I think it's funny. But yeah, she was kind of irking me a little bit. Okay, so moving on from there. Is Kandi being childish by ignoring Marlo this episode?
I love that shit so much. And I was like, Kandi, you talking about I'm worldwide? No, BIT. You need to have, don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. Like, that's what I want on my shirt.
I want to keep your MF and sorry. That's what I want.
I loved it.
A cute one.
And then this is the thing for me that I didn't like too. Portia's not on the show. So why would you even bring up Portia? It would make Portia think if she were to return to the show, y'all be sitting up here talking about me, that you felt so comfortable being up here like, Kandi, did you see what he got? Simon got her. Y'all be up there talking about her. Like, what? Exactly. That's messy as hell. So I'm glad Kandi didn't engage in that. I loved it. Yes, Kandi.
I think Kandi chose not to engage to prevent herself from blowing up on her ass and dragging her ass in that bitch. So I think that's why she ignored her.
Come on, old red hair Kandi, okay?
Right.
Blowing on your way. Okay, listen, old lady do it because she had mouthed that shit hella hard.
I loved it.
I will drag you in this bitch.
Come on with the hair.
Okay,
come on.
The arms and everything. Ooh,
the iconic moments of Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Oh my God, you guys, we should do that. We should like sit and binge watch like maybe that season. You know how we say we would do like a, like one night where we just kind of come together with our little drink and watch whatever.
Throwback.
Yeah.
Or like a throwback reunion or something. If we can't do all the shows, like let's start with the reunions. Like,
yes. That would be fun.
Especially now that we are, I feel, older, right? Because I feel like some of the iconic moments happened maybe over 10 years ago. Like 2009 or something like that,
now
10, 11, 12, 13.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yes, like that. Like now that we're grown, special edition with OLFP.
Okay, come on. I love it. Cross promotion. Okay.
Like,
yeah.
I feel like I was the only person my age that was watching the show back then. Like that.
Really?
Yeah. None of my friends watched the show like that until we got older. Me and my mama used to watch that faithfully.
I would love to hear what our perspectives are if we still like, because I used to be a Portia down to the ground. I don't care what she did wrong. I stand for Portia. And then when I got older, I was like, oh, wait a minute, did BIT, she a little fake. Like, it was a little like, wait a minute. This was before the Simon stuff. It was the last season that Nene was on. It was like, oh, wait a minute, Portia.
Oh, when she said, I was so lost without you.
I said, oh, no, man, we can't do it. We're not. So I would that would be so fun to see our thoughts on that.
It would be. Okay, so lastly, was Marlo's apology to Drew and Ralph genuine to you guys? Not at all.
No. Because I feel like if it was genuine to Drew, it would have been genuine to Candy. And you didn't even feel the need to apologize to Candy, but you want to start up a brand new conversation with her. And I just feel a way about that. And then for her to go and have a conversation with Sheree talking about some stay out my business, BIT, you went to Candy and put her in your business when y'all was at Sheree in the basement of Sheree house. So now all of a sudden she need to stay out your business when you were seeking some advice and some help and needed a confidant or whatever. Like, girl, go sit down. She just made me upset.
There's something wrong with Marlo. I mean, obviously, we all know that. Y'all, the reason why I okay, this sounds crazy, but my family in the country, all they used to do was keep foster kids, right? And I just remember some of the things that they would do as like a survival mode. They would lie about like everything, like a lot of. And I don't mean like just one or two kids, like a bunch of the foster kids will come, they will lie about like grand things. And that's what Marlo gives me. Marlo ain't never had no like, I can't trust nobody who had to fend for themselves their whole life. You can't never trust nobody like that. Or somebody who like went without softness of love or something, you know what I mean? Marlo is missing those things, which is why she can't read and she go for the belt, and it's like nothing for her. And it was cool, it was funny before, but I really do not care for Marlo at all.
Not even a little bit. Not even a lot.
Not even a lot.
Okay.
No, I used to, but no, not no more. I'm like, this is too much.
I've never seen it before. I'm not even gonna lie. She's always given, gutter snipe. All right. That's it. That's all for reality TV. We're going to move on. This is gossip chat.
Let me say something real quick, Bondy.
Go ahead,
I knew somebody was gonna do exactly what I knew they was gonna do. The comment says foster care isn't a joke. I was in foster care. Don't trust me. That's not what I'm saying, which is why I was trying to clarify. I didn't say everybody, but there are survival tactics that people do. For example, even when I'm Married at First Sight a couple seasons ago, it was a guy named Michael who was adopted by his own damn family. And he was known to be a compulsive liar, and he used it as a survival tactic. Wow. So girl, I'm sorry that I didn't trigger the spot for you, but I think you need to call it BetterHelp. Use the hashtag OLFP so you can get a little bit of, you time. That has nothing to do with me and everything to do with you, sis.
Okay.
And and y'all heard what she said. So let's go ahead and move on to the gossip. All right. So there were some things on the blogs that I saw, and I was perplexed. And one of those things was the announcement that male genital enhancements are on the rise. And I was like, by God, what does this mean? And I'm going to tell y'all what it means. Hold up. So apparently men are going and getting either injections in their penis, like filler, like Carly Rae gets in her face. They get those in their penis, and it makes the penis more girthier, thicker. But essentially, the actual like elongation of a penis is impossible without an implant or cutting the suspensory ligament that attaches the penis to the pubic bone. So what ends up happening is they cut this piece and it makes the penis hang lower. And so it gives the illusion that it is now, longer when really it's just hanging lower. And all of the ways in which you can enhance male genitals all have a high like rate of erectile dysfunction.
Wow.
Because it doesn't do any strengthening for your actual like, your penis size or it's how it gets when you are fully aroused. Like it doesn't do anything for that. So when those, and also another thing is that it can cause like issues besides that. Like it'll look smaller, it'll get a curve in it sometimes. It can be misshapen. And once again, it doesn't get hard. So those are the
once
downsides.
they get the fillers, they can't get hard. So it's just aesthetically pleasing, and that's
it's not that they can't, but it can like more than likely cause erectile dysfunction. Everything I read about it says it more than likely causes erectile dysfunction.
Get you a strap. Get you a strap.
Right? That don't even make no sense.
Wow. I hate to hear that.
And when I read about it, it seemed as if men who in general have normal working, regular sized penises are coming to get like their penises made to look bigger. And then they end up fucking with the utility of said penis.
Makes so much sense though.
It does.
What happened to that dude? And y'all finished All the Queen's Men. But
yes.
I'm still at the beginning where the dude was getting all that stuff done to his penis.
Yeah.
What happened with him? Did he get his?
Yeah,
he got
they
fixed.
Fixed it.
They had to
put
go
some
through the
herbs
back
on it.
Yeah, they had to go
through
the
the
back to
prostate
fix it in the front.
They had to go in the back to fix it in the front. Oh my God. But it made me think about the BBLs. I just saw Shekinah, probably joking but dead ass serious, talking about how for her it took her, it was like hard to wipe her ass.
Oh, really? Why?
She said because she had all that ass and her arm wasn't big enough. So she would have to like wipe from the front. She said she would have to get her old man to help wipe her ass. She said my ex-boyfriend. She said I'm gonna find this so I can play it for y'all. She said her ex-old man used to wipe her ass and everything. I don't even know if I could play it because they had music.
Oh no! I mean, I'm surprised she didn't have a bidet.
How big was that booty?
But even then, you still got. I was trying.
Yep, I say.
Dang, they be going to get all these BBLs and don't be getting BBs, better boys. Okay. They don't be getting better men.
Okay. Y'all ready?
Yeah, we ready.
All right.
Had the ass, but they had become hard for me to wipe my ass. I was really going through it, wiping my ass. I mean, I would get it out, but I'm just saying.
Pause.
I had my arms too short to get back there. I had to wipe down from the front. I had to get it out. Now I wipe my ass straight, And my ex-boyfriend used to wipe my ass for me. He loved me. Yeah.
It's just the music they added.
That's a sad situation. Don't nobody want to wipe from the front. I feel like
you're
that's
not supposed to
lead
wipe
to
from the
infection.
front.
You're not. There's a way to do it, but you're not supposed to. Like you don't bring it all the way to the front.
Yeah, right.
No. Yeah, you circle the bowl from the back. Like
and imagine the times. Oh,
when she ain't had no help.
No, every poop wasn't gonna be solid.
Yeah,
that's what I'm thinking. When I'm thinking about diarrhea.
Yeah, like what about like after you've been drinking all night and you have your first coffee? Like,
girl, that coffee will get you running.
Girl,
oh, jeez,
Louise. About you. Do you hear me? Okay. If you weren't regular, you will be today. So yeah, speaking of BBLs, let's move on to the next topic. our girl Lanithia. Where is it? Did it disappear, girl? See what I'm talking about? See what I'm talking about? Where you put the graphics in and then all of a sudden you can't find them. It's ridiculous here.
I was
It's
hoping we were going to talk
ridiculous.
about this. I was
We
hoping we
are.
were.
I made a graphic. It seems
It's
to have
funny because
escaped me.
this post that I see over here on the shade room says male genitalia enhancements are more popular than ever and BBLs are dying out. And I'm like, girl, BBLs is not dying out. Like, who lied?
It don't
Because
feel
I
that
feel
way.
like every other week we're learning that somebody else is getting one or has passed away from one. So I don't think that is something that's dying out. It needs to die out. You feel
It
what
does.
I'm saying? It really do. Like,
They just getting
Like-
smaller BBLs.
I guess, child. I don't know.
Hold up, y'all. I'm getting this picture for y'all right now, and we also gonna pull up because I don't know if she got like music on that video of her, down to the
It's
surgeon.
music. It is music, but
Yeah.
I think it's like generic type music. But I mean, we don't have to play the audio.
Yeah, we don't.
Mm-mm.
I mean,
We could just watch her walk in there. But she had went live not too long ago talking to that man about, you know, cosmetic type stuff anyway. And I didn't know that she was going to move forward with actually getting. I thought she was just using her platform to give him more exposure, but I guess not.
He said, "I
Next thing
said
you know, we see
that."
her walking in like, this is what I did.
I didn't know. I had no idea how Nene was built at all.
Like a big ass box.
Whoa. One
One
I'm
thing
sorry.
I will
I'm
say
sorry.
though,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Nene
I've been
knows
drinking.
how
I'm
to
sorry.
dress for her body.
Oh yeah.
So I mean,
She's a
I don't know
beautiful
where
woman.
this picture came from. Maybe not in this picture, but Nene knows how to dress for her body.
Okay, so we about to, so she went down to the doctor, Georgia Plastic. She said, "I did it. I got a professional BBL with Dr. Okoro. Follow my surgery journey with Dr. Okoro at Georgia Plastic. I'm all ready to show off my new snatch look, but I want you to be snatched too. I partnered with Georgia Plastic to give all of you guys $100 off of your consultation. Just use my code Perfectly Pretty You." I feel like I think this is so fucked up to like promote. Oh, bitch, you got insecurities too? Well, come get cut up like me. Just because I feel like people die. Like people die and have like a reputable damage done to their bodies, whether they go to a good doctor or not sometimes. Just because things happen, you bleed, or the way the way they sew you back up. Sometimes you keloid. That's not something they can't always control. So, it's so many different factors in it to promote it across a platform like you selling waist trainers or some shit. It just kind of, I don't know, it felt fucked up to me. I'm gonna just be real, but it looked like
agree. I think she should have done this in private, but it was very much given, we'll give you this for free if you post. And I don't like that. I feel like Sheree did the same thing when she got her face contouring done. She filmed the whole process and she got the shit done for free. I'm sure she got the shit done for free. And my thing is like, when you have that much money, you have to decide, is it worth the free procedure, or is it my responsibility to not promote things that could be dangerous or risky? And I feel like Nene got enough money to say, no, let me get my surgery in peace, and I'll pop up on Instagram with the, hey, this is my new BBL.
Right.
And that's it. You don't have to refer nobody to nobody.
Exactly. That's how I feel. I feel like if you want to do that shit, then fine. But to like, promote in such a way, that made me feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, I was a bit cringed out a little bit. Like, oh
You
snap,
BBL.
not her on here about to promote it. But at the same time, I was kind of like this. Unfortunately, as much as we may feel like it's not a great thing, you shouldn't do this, they're gonna do that anyway because it's just how they is.
True.
So I just ask that y'all just do your research and go to the right doctor, I suppose, because they still gonna get the work done whether Nene promoted it or not. You know what I'm saying? And it's very unfortunate.
I feel like we don't see women her age promoting BBLs like that. I don't want a bunch of 50, 60-year-olds with heart conditions and shit going to go lay on the table, or people who done smoked for 30 years and then they go lay on the table.
We just
it's
see
more risk. Yeah.
that's true. Like we see Carly Reds who don't let us know that they went and got it, but we see that they
And
went
this
and
is
got
me.
it.
This is me. At her age, I would expect her to be more secure at this point. Like I've said it time and time again, I don't ever want to be a woman like past 45, insecure enough to carve up my body, especially if I made it through my, my 20s and my 30s with, with what I already had. I
Yeah.
don't, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna
I
just
think
keep trying to keep
nowadays
it up. But
I think nowadays it's more
but
promoting like the fear of getting older or something. Like that's the thing. Like nobody
it's
wants
gonna
to
happen.
get older, so they want to do all this work and stuff. I feel like I don't know. I probably would have looked at it slightly different if it was like lipo, but a BBL,
Yeah, like really? You didn't need that.
she
You know
did
who
it.
else look well, I don't know
But
if
you
Mimi
know,
looks foolish, but who looks foolish as fuck to me is Marlo. Marlo spent so many seasons talking about Kenya's booty. In this episode, I was just
Girl, when she was on the track, I was like, why is it okay for you to have your ass out in front of them, all them women's husbands, and your titties falling out in front of them?
very
You
much
was
so
all
giving underwear.
embarrassed. And she was so
Right.
embarrassed when the prime minister lady came out there. You should have been embarrassed beforehand to be looking like that.
For sure.
But yeah, girl. I mean, if y'all want to cut into y'all bodies because that's the end thing to do, girl, then live your life. But they gonna keep making shows about how y'all fucking yourselves up. And we gonna keep seeing stories of motherfuckers, not making it out of surgery. And y'all will keep deforming yourselves. And let's just remember that a lot of y'all are not having sex once y'all do these things to y'all bodies. Where every time I watched that damn K Michelle show, one of the main things was that once they got that surgery, all of the fucking stops.
All this, right? It's so sad. All of that you was going for, you didn't even get that.
And ended up fucking up what you had before worse. Like some of the girls, and when it works out, great. When it works out, great. But also, when you this age, you kind of I think making your body weaker by introducing outside shit.
Foreign objects,
foreign
items.
Like once you get older,
to go overseas or underseas, wherever you want to call it, child.
Under
I'm thinking about like South America. My bad, South America. When you going over there getting this, you don't know these people. We just saw Hazel E go all the way over to Turkey, bruh.
It still got fucked up. Got sepsis and all of that shit. Like that shit not, and then to me it felt like a never ending thing. Like sometimes it seemed like once they start, they just don't stop. Like constantly doing shit to yourself to the point where we gotta have conversations with you over the internet, like Carly Red, and tell you to fuck, hey bitch, stop. You're doing too much. All right, y'all, moving on, because we have to get through a few more topics. But y'all, listen. These pastors are out of control, okay? These motherfucking pastors are out of control. First, you got Pastor Gucci Whitehead, okay? We know he got robbed, and then he, got up there and talked crazy to Larry Reed and that lady online and everything. And then we got this other unnamed preacher who I feel like has probably done some nasty things in his life, but got the audacity to get up there on that pulpit, probably smelling vagina on his upper lip right now, and got the audacity. I don't know who he is, but he the one that said that Beyonce sold her soul to the devil. And when you do that, you get the short end of the stick. That's what he said about Church Girl, because he listened to it and he felt like it was sacrilege, Thank you, K-Rock, for the super chat. Undersea. Love y'all. So, and then we had recently Carlton Futterberg, down there holding that mic like that. He told everybody that they were broke, busted, and disgusted because they didn't get him a Movado watch from Walmart. So he came and apologized to his congregation after embarrassing himself on television. On the internet. And then today, motherfucking Juanita Bynum. Okay, that's the lady that's sitting here with the white. Juanita Bynum gets her ass, up on the pulpit and plays Usher's music to prove the point that you can't listen to secular music and be saved at the same time.
Girl,
that's
bye.
What she said. That's what she said.
How the hell she found the music then to play it? Good Cuddy,
girl,
you're not gonna play with me today, Miss Juanita.
I need for it to make sense.
Music, not my man's music.
Yeah, she did use your man's music. And then later, we found her on camera juking at her 60th birthday party to Mary J. Blige.
I got you. I like you.
Just
Fine, fine, fine. Your life ain't fine. Your life ain't fine because you're not living the life of Christ, ma'am. You're over here dancing to secular music,
And you
ma'am.
know what song was next? Living my life like it's
It's
golden.
golden, living my life like it's golden, living my life. And then you know what gotta follow. One hop this time, right foot, let's stomp. Like, no, ma'am, you cannot.
Hands on your knees.
And,
Oh,
like you can't do that, ma'am.
Go.
Mm-mm.
No. But she
I'm
showing the hell, she was beating the dance floor up just like she did in that church to that Mary J. Blige song. I say, ma'am, that's secular music. What you talking about?
Exactly.
So that's why I say the pastors have lost their damn mind, because every week it's another pastor saying some crazy, outlandish shit so that we'll see them on social media. It's giving clout chasing. We want y'all to stop.
And then what the pastor at the bottom did, what he told his congregation, they were broke. What he told them for?
He told they was broke, busted, and disgusted.
Oh, wow.
How Bishop got $1 million to fight D.L. Hughley, but his church looked like a trap house.
Talk about that part.
Cannot.
Giving old bodega that he has transformed into a church. No, ma'am.
Go to bed. Go to bed. Okay. It's giving scammer. Okay. With your Louis Gucci Prada. And that's another thing for me. I noticed about a lot of them, specifically Juanita and Pastor Whitehead, and then, you know, sir over here apologizing, Mr. Futterberg. I find it crazy how y'all find the devil in so many places, but you don't find it in materialism.
Ooh, say that. Pulling up to the church house in a ghost in the Maybach.
Okay, with your full Gucci suit on, as everyone is struggling to tithe, and you shame them because they don't have the money to supply you with the lifestyle of a golden calf. If y'all don't get the fuck out of my face with this.
I can't listen to secular music, but you could take my secular ass coin. No, ma'am.
Okay, down to the rich plantation. Mama, right? Okay, listen. Exactly.
You'll take the booty money.
Just like these pastors that won't get up there and slut shame somebody on a pulpit, but be the nastiest, you know, handsiest, sweatinest, won't wipe a top lip while telling you look fine in your church dress looking ass niggas. Thank you, Karen, for the super chat, child. These pastors remind me of that Martin episode when Gina Bougie friend came into town, the one that Pam hated. Oh, we was trying to be so real. Yeah, that's my favorite episode.
Mine too. Well, one of them.
Yeah, no, but it also made me think about the first season when David Allen Greer was on there. And he was
and he was trying to talk to Pam, and he was like, "Put that down, Satan." Girl, that man was on some other stuff.
When they went to the church, but when they went to that church to find him and he came down the aisle, he was doing that.
I love that. I loved it. And when Mark and Mama came in there biting off the pews and stuff, and girl,
Mark that gets stuck in my head all the time. I catch myself around the house and I be singing, "Don't you know no good?" Don't y'all be singing, "Don't you know no good?"
Child lives rent free.
No.
You know, I gotta be Pam in the background.
You know what else I love? The one when Shanae was like, I want to hear Old McDonald had a farm. To the wall. I said face the wall. That was my shit.
Yes.
And on that farm, I love it.
Girl, that made me think about what Sinead Kilolo did. You want some, but you can't get none. Calling my phone at 2:00 in the morning talking about you want to come over here. You can't come over here because ain't none that's open but some legs. She's so going off. And Kilolo was like, bitch, hello.
Ooh, Lord.
Y'all,
I was watching an episode of Dragonfly Jones where he was fighting that man outside at the ATM and the man needed his money. Bruh, I was in tears.
But then
Haven't
later
y'all?
on, somebody came and beat both of their ass and took both of their money. I think that was the old lady with the fade.
Oh Lord, that shit was
I really
everything. Never
liked
be
a couple
another.
years ago when Eric Bellinger and his wife Lamaya Good dressed up as Martin and Gina, and it was Gina with her head stuck in the. Have y'all seen that Halloween
I think
costume
I
with her head
missed
stuck in the head?
that.
I'm
That was
dying
cute.
laughing. I'm gonna send y'all this video of Juvie with his head stuck inside of his little food thing, and that's exactly what it looked like. He was running around.
Oh.
He got it off. But I got him because he got that little pug face. I got him one of them little things where the food is kind of slanted for him. And so after he eat, he tears the shit apart. And I come in there and the nigga sitting there with the shit on his neck looking at me.
Just stuck. Poor baby.
I'm gonna send y'all the video, but that's what that made me think about.
Oh.
But yeah, y'all, this is too funny. All right, so let's move on because we have two more topics. Because I was gonna talk about Kanye West, but I don't care.
Right.
Like
Okay.
you are a trash bag. The end.
Ooh.
Like,
Are we
I'm
buying
sorry.
trash bag? Nah. But
Like, go to hell, Kanye. You just doing dumb shit. Anyway, let's get to
no,
this.
come back, Kanye.
Come back. Come back. Okay.
Oh no, not the story. I'm
Oh.
the old Kanye. I'm good on talking about Kanye.
She talking about
Okay.
old Kanye. Dear Kanye. Dear
Got
old
it.
Kanye, please come back.
Okay. So let's move on, y'all. Ariane, y'all, we were waiting. Like we knew it was literally gonna be 3, 2, 1 before Ariane got online to express her disdain for Sheree and Martell's public displays of fake relationship. But I think she waited 10, she waited like 10 seconds instead of 3. Because I was like, bitch, we've been talking about this for about 3 weeks now. And you just not want to post some fucking emails talking about you done with him and wait till he see you with a new man since he won't be with an old hoe. And I'm like, girl, you are in your early 30s. We are old hoes. What are you talking about? Like, not to say that we old hoes like Carly Rae and them old hoes, but we old hoes in the way that we ain't 25. We ain't 22. And you still talking like a 22-year-old. But she was like, he's still sending her pictures of the two of them together. I'm like, that was recent. You and your baby hairs was on the beach with him recently. Okay. Well, he was in New York with Sheree while they were filming Real Housewives of Atlanta. And they made sure to go live and make sure, they were walking down the street together. And it's giving fake. I'm bored. I'm over it. I can't wait for Love and Marriage Huntsville to come back. But also, just so y'all can stop doing all of this extra shit in the blog so that y'all can stay current while the show is off. Because that's what it feels like.
Got about 3 more weeks for it to come back. I was hearing people say that they felt like all this was happening to stay current as the show got ready to come back. And I didn't really believe it. But low key, that's kind of what it's giving. Kind of.
I feel like it's not so much as just to me. It's not so much as staying relevant till the show comes back. I feel like it's them to stay relevant. Period. I don't think this is the last. It's like, especially with Martell, it's been something like every month. And I have to go back to when he and Ariane was at the concert. Then turn around, he fighting over there with somebody on Love and Marriage Huntsville. Don't know what it was in June. I think the end of June, early July, caught out with mail or something. Then he did this damn conference. It's like, it's always something with Martell for sure. So I don't even know if it's to keep, to bring attention to the show. I think it's for him specifically. And it's going to continue to happen. It's going to continue to happen.
How much longer are we giving Martell and Sheree? Well, how much longer till their contract end?
The end of the year.
End of the year? Wow, that's a long time. You think so?
Yeah, I can see it happen to the end of the year. Yeah. The season gonna run through the end of the year, I'm sure.
I'm gonna tell you, I don't like to give it a time frame because these types of things are like volatile. You just never know. They can end in a sudden, blitz, or you can turn around next year and they're still posting stupid ass pictures together, and we're like, can y'all please get off our timeline? So I feel like it is to be determined. But what I do know is this photo is staged. Martell is not healed, and Sheree looks thirsty, old and cold. but thirsty nonetheless.
But I'm sure this is helping her kind of get over old boy that had her out here looking down bad. I forgot his Tyrone. There we go. Definitely helping her with that. Meanwhile, Miss Ariane just out here just continuing to look foolish.
You know, it's sad. It's so sad because I feel like at this point I would no longer allow myself to look bothered. You know what I'm saying? So like the more she responds to him, the more I feel like you're letting us know that you bothered. And you always acting so unbothered, but you seem extremely bothered by him and this old girl who you would like, oh my God, she's old. Which I really wish she would get over that age thing. Like I really wish she would stop.
Yeah, and like she not getting older herself. She gonna be in the same position. I just hope that you are in a better place when you get there.
And it's another thing for you to try to flex your age, but you have things that are looked at as having baggage, like being known as a reality TV homewrecker, being known as well as having kids from other relationships. So yeah, you got baggage. You young, but you got them miles on you.
For sure.
It's not exactly fresh and green.
Talk about it, Necey, because she got miles on her that other folks ain't got. Ooh.
Okay. Right, that's what I'm like. You can't always try to flex age.
Come on.
Okay, making my way downtown, walking
I hate that
fast. For her. Faces fast and I'm homebound. Okay, stupid ass. Thousands of miles on that ass. And I need you. All right, I'm gonna stop. Okay, so lastly, the rise of lonely heterosexual men. I've been tiptoeing up and around, the internets, and I frequent the pro black lady. I don't even know what to call the movement that y'all be, going through online.
If fuck nigga free.
Fuck nigga. Okay, yeah, I'll take that. Yeah, giving fuck nigga free vibes all up and through. Divesting. It's a lot of conversation about that and all of those things, which like do what you want to do, bitch. I have always felt like I've never had this whole problem of feeling like I only wanted to be with black men. Like my door has always been open for any and everybody. Okay. And when I say that, I mean women, different ethnicities of women, men, different ethnicities of men. Like I've always been open to everybody when it comes to, energy. So I don't feel that in the same way, but I know a lot of women are, like pro only black men, which I understand, but it seems to be detrimental. But this is what they're saying in this article that came out this week that has everybody talking. Dating opportunities for heterosexual men are diminishing as relationship standards rise. Men represent approximately 62% of dating app users, lowering their chances for matches. Men need to address skills deficits to meet healthier relationship expectations. So basically, the women are saying you aren't up to par. So I'd rather be by myself than deal with a little piece of man. Okay. Because it used to be the opposite back in the day. Okay. The old girls was teaching us it was better having a piece of man than no man at all. That's what they told us. Nowadays, the girls are like, bitch, please. Because usually when you are fuck nigga free, it does not mean there are no niggas around. It just means that no nigga owns you. That's really all it means. So I was interested in this conversation and I wanted to hear you guys, perspective on it, because I know it's not something that we normally discuss.
I don't really know what to say.
Are you surprised?
Look, not really, because not only are there a rise in lonely men, there's also a rise in women not having babies like they used to. Like they just not. People are just wisening up. Like, life is stressful, girl. Inflation is high. I'm not gonna sit up here and deal with no nigga too. That's what the ladies is thinking. I'm stressed the hell out. And then you got women that are working more and stuff. It's like, I just want to have a piece of peace. I'm not going to deal with y'all elf boys. A lot of y'all out here not trying to be serious. And we went through the whole phase of situationships too. You know, so then that's the other question. Is it that they're really lonely, or is it that they're putting women in a box to only be in situationships when they want more than You know what I mean? Because that's been happening for a very long time. So I like the whole effing free. Like, no, I rock with you when I rock with you. You know what I'm saying? And I don't mind women dating about 3 dudes for real.
Okay.
You ain't got to be smashing all 3, but you could be hanging out, having a good time until, maybe
and if
one
you
of
do,
them,
wrap it up.
Yeah, finally make a decision to settle down, because dudes be on some fuck shit. I'm not surprised at all. It's too much going on. People are trying to be locked down like that for real.
Especially when, to me, I feel like a lot of dudes are lacking in personality. Like, I don't know what that's about, but like, as I've gotten older, I've realized a lot of you niggas can't have conversations like that. Y'all don't have that good of personalities. Y'all don't know how to like engage in a verbal way with women that doesn't turn into banter, that turns into sexual energy. Like, at least around my way, and don't get me wrong, like, of course, obviously, I know men that aren't like that, but in like the bulk, a lot of the men just kind of seem like, if you don't have good dick or the ability to take care of somebody, what else do you have? Because your personality ain't hitting on shit,
It reminds me of back, well, I'm gonna say back, but y'all gonna be like, bitch, you just got out of college like 5 years ago. Anyway, when I was in college, I remember a lot of the interactions that would happen and how the guys would talk to the girls. They would often, we would hang out and they would debate for hours. And that's not conversational to me. And it's like, to me, I feel like a lot of dudes adopt this like podcaster man personality where they only like to have conversations about like podcast shit. And it's like, well, what else you got going on? So I'm here for the FNF movement, and I wish that more older women influenced me and all my friends to date that way when we were younger too. And if women start doing it now, then my niece and her friends, they ain't gonna be dating like, he does this, but no,
accepting the bare minimum. Yeah,
right. So I'm absolutely here for it. But y'all know I have a very I don't know what to call it, what type of mind, but one of my favorite shows is Black Mirror on Netflix. I don't know if y'all have ever seen it, but it's really futuristic, and it talks about like a certain topic and how if you bring technology into it, how it's going to ruin our future whenever people try to like mess with humanity. So my thing is this: if we continue to have these generations or percentage of lonely men, are y'all nervous that these sex dolls are going to take over and it's going to breed an unhealthy addiction? Like, do you think, this is my question, do you think that men will eventually change what they put into a relationship before they have to rely on sex dolls?
Huh?
Okay. Hold on. Let me start over. Okay. Black Mirror is making me think about the future of things. Lately, I've been seeing a lot of advanced technology with sex dolls. So now that we know that the future of women, real looking sex dolls. So now that we know that women are putting their foot down and the future of man is looking pretty lonely, which do you think will come first? Do you think that men will start to adjust and provide what women are asking for? Or do you think that we'll eventually get to a point to where men will find other ways to seek pleasure that's not in a woman?
I feel like I can't fully answer that, because there have always been other ways for a man to seek pleasure outside of a woman, whether that's him using himself or the different instruments that were already created, blow up dolls and things like that. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like they always had it. But I just feel like when not they can't afford sex dolls. I mean, that's true, but guess what else? Sex dolls cannot produce children or give you the emotional comfort that you need. So I do think that there will be a percentage of men that's going to change how they, act. But it's crazy because all men do this already, right? They go through their F-boy phases, and it's going to take some time for them to rise to the occasion to where they're ready to like settle down. Not all of them, but there is a small percentage of them that do, and then they just gonna naturally change on their own. So I don't know. Not your own scroll. Is it keeping you warm at night?
That rose bump.
Girl, I know it's putting you to sleep.
Like, bitch, my comforter is keeping me warm at night.
Good night. Well, y'all do what y'all want to do. It's y'all
I mean,
listen, date who you want to date.
Listen, I feel like men have always made women sex toys, and I feel like women should do the same for men. You just need to get better about compartmentalizing. And also you need to get better about not picking niggas that got crazy behind the eyes, because y'all be ignoring that shit because y'all find that type of intensity attractive until the nigga stalking you and you trying to figure out how to get him to leave you alone because you was just trying to fuck him. You wasn't trying to do all that. Ooh. So y'all be safe out here.
Choose wisely.
Okay.
Read the room.
I feel like it's a good thing because I feel like at some point this society has to crumble because it's kind of unsustainable the way it is. Like, it's unsustainable for you to have groups of people who you expect to do all of the work, and there's another group of people that gets to like basically sit back, but they're supposed to be the strong ones. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, a lot of it is like these opposing ideals and unrealistic expectations. And shit that's made up. Like, people determining what makes you a woman or what makes you a man for that fact. Like, at the end of the day, y'all don't want to keep it a buck about what really make you a woman and what really make you a man. Y'all don't want to keep it a buck about that. So we just gotta be like, child, whatever you feel like, girl. Whatever you feel like. Okay. But it's, it's getting to a point now where I don't know what y'all thought, but the idea that we're going back to the fucking 50s, that shit not happening. And I feel like y'all trying real hard for that. Okay? Y'all trying real hard to bring us back to a time period that a lot of us didn't even have rights. So, no, thank you. All right.
Somebody said, are the roses really that good? Girl, I got that bitch before it was popular. But listen, that shit too strong, girl. Period.
Well, it has like 10 settings. You don't have the settings?
Let me see what I said. It's so strong.
Bitch, I am dead. I've been fucking with vibrators and silver bullets since I was in college. So for me, all of this shit is like it's cool. Like, it's, to me, the rose is mid-range. If you an expert at this shit, it's mid-range. I got some other shit with that suction that does too much. Because then it up, and then you do all of the different, all of the all right.
I got the rose that does the inside and the cleat.
Yeah, I saw that one. I can't do that. I can't do that though. Somebody gotta do that for me. I can't. It don't. I'll go get a. Listen.
Y'all insides are made different. There is. Insides made different. Listen,
I mean, I haven't used the double one. Like, I haven't used the double one, but whenever they were saying I'm married to medicine, that the threesome ain't always another person, it's an actual.
Yes, a toy. Yes, always. I feel like that's how I be having people mind gone, because I've been doing extra shit for years. We've been doing, because you fuck with girls, you got to do extra shit. So like that shit just transitioned over when I, picked up the penis. So yeah, good times in Sweet Valley High. But with that being said, it was a great show tonight. Y'all Indeed. Make sure y'all follow all of us. Okay, Bondy Blue, Jami ThatsMe, Necey Dixon on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook, and also follow us on Twitter and Instagram for our Ladies First pages. And our email if you want to, hit us up about anything specific. Okay. Sure. So we hope you guys enjoyed the show, because we sure enjoyed having y'all. So on the way out, make sure you like the video, subscribe to all of our channels so that you will be, abreast to the next one, which will be on Jami's channel next Thursday on Jami ThatsMe's channel. Oh, wait, are we taking off next week because it's your birthday?
We'll be here.
Okay. All right. Well, with that being said, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Like the video. Bye.